Hello everybody, GravyTrain here, doing another episode here of GravyTraining. So I wanted to do a quick video so that I didn't have to spend too much time on it when I was going over my hero spotlight of Craw. I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about Craw's ability, or currently he's the only one that has it, but the buff Foresight. And I wanted to talk about it. I want to talk about what it does, why it's useful, and really it will kind of justify why Craw is in the position that he's in the meta and everything like that, and how you can be using him. So first of all, with Craw, where is it? So he has a passive ability here that says all heroes or all allies start the dungeon with Foresight, which is important. And also, if you've got him teamed up with undead allies, all undead allies are going to get Foresight at the start of each turn. And as the side effect of using Dark Designs, all allies get Foresight. And also, as the result of using Future Sight, all allies get Foresight. Immortal Life does stuff with the Soul Ledger. That's a completely different mechanic. But so Foresight, you get it at the beginning of every battle. You get it every turn if you are undead, or if you have other undead heroes, which with the current meta may not be very common, but it will definitely happen. And you get it every time you use Dark Designs, every time you use Future Sight. So what is Foresight? Foresight is a buff that is applied to the heroes that acts like an Aegis shield against debuffs. So the beautiful, or the reason that it's so powerful is, it's great for stopping freeze, it's great for stopping like burning or paralyze or anything like that where it can. But the great thing about Craw is that it is a perfect counter to Jin. Well, an almost perfect counter to Jin. So Foresight stops the first incoming debuff. Jin automatically silences the enemy team at the beginning of the battle for one round. So Foresight stops Jin's silence. But what actually happens is that Jin's silence gets applied to the entire team. Other heroes that are applying debuffs at the start of the battle, all of those things get applied. So you have to bear in mind that Craw being on your team isn't always going to stop silence, because, say, Furno applies an attack debuff to the enemy entire team. Malice applies a debuff that amplifies damage from demons by 2 times and prevents healing. There's other heroes that are going to automatically apply debuffs. So Foresight is going to stop the first instance of a debuff, or the first debuff that's applied. And it seems like those things get applied in a random order. Like, there's no way to really predict what will happen. Sometimes one hero will be allowed to act and won't be silenced. Another hero won't have the attack debuff, and then another hero won't have the attack debuff but is still silenced. And then the last hero is not silenced but doesn't have the attack debuff or whatever. So it's possible to swamp or overload the Foresight, and that's definitely a tactic that I've used in some of my defenses and in my offenses. You throw a couple of heroes out there that are going to apply that, and it generally will break up the flow of what Foresight is. So that's the really big effect. That's why Foresight is so powerful. If other heroes get in the future, or they add Foresight runes, or anything along those lines, Foresight is very powerful, especially if it can be applied as frequently as Craw can apply it. But even then, being able to stop that silence under normal circumstances. Stop That Silence means that it's a direct potential counter to Jin under normal circumstances. So that's it. I just wanted to make sure that this mechanic is understood, and I will be doing a video on Craw here shortly, kind of explaining all of his abilities, but I wanted to go in more depth here without having to drag that other video or make the other video longer. So thanks for watching. See you soon.